Welcome class, myself Professor D.S. Rai, Professor Department of Civil Engineering, BBD, ITM, Lucknow. Today we will take up a course KCE 401 Material Testing and Construction Practices, in which we will take up lecture 19, in which we will discuss method of layout plans. References as usual I have taken from S.K. Duggal, Building Materials, B.C. Punamia, Building Construction, Sushil Kumar, Building Construction, Purushottam Raj, Building Construction Material and Technique, Bureau of Indian Standard, National Building Code, EPPWD, Detailed Specification, and some of the material has been taken from the internet. The contents we will discuss here: the building layout, how to building layout, step 1 temporary benchmark, step 2 baseline, step 3 horizontal controls, step 4 vertical control, method of layout of building, control line of construction, construction layout. We will discuss one by one. First is a layout, building layout. Layout is the process after getting sanction of the works, preparation of estimate, administrative sanction and technical sanction as well as financial sanction have been already recorded, and after that this building layout has been proposed. After finalizing the building plan and the design of a structural component including foundation, the construction activity can be started. And so after planning and design everything, then we go for the layout. After that, the first step in the construction activity is site clearance. So, if anything is there at the construction site, that should be removed, that is comes under the site clearance. So, the things should be marked on the ground. How to building layout? You see here in the drawing, the lines are going to mark with the lime powder. One fellow is marking, so it could be easily visible. So, this is the a plan that has been marked by the people who are working here. Now, how to building layout? So, to set out a building after transferring the architectural proposal from the drawing into the ground, it establishes the location point of the site, boundary, column, foundation, center line of the wall and necessary data and the levels. The whole structure will be located due to this initial set out. Accurate set out is the key part of this construction work, and errors are very expensive and it needs to so much time for the correction. So, it is a very important part as layout should be marked on the ground. The structure position or orientation is generally detailed in the engineer's drawing, and it showed how the layout would be arranged. The controlling point of the structure are marked, and after that all the operation will proceed. So, after finalization of everything, then the layout plans on the paper has been prepared, that is called trench plan. First of all, trench plan, and making a level of the area under consideration at the same level marks on the pillar made by a brickwork. So, the accuracy is maintained. As we have discussed, if anything is gone wrong, then the correction cost will be very, very high. So, it is necessary to make a layout very widely, very clear and very accurate. Now, the first is temporary benchmark. How benchmark is located? One is that if it is a one building or in a nearby area, then we can assume any level like 100 which may be considered. But for the bigger project, the temporary benchmark have been marked. And see here is a GTS, Great Trigonometrical Survey, and it is the level marked with respect to the mean sea level. Now, it is located in Mumbai. Before independent, the GTS was located in Karachi, but now Mumbai have the mean sea level, and see here is a GTS level of the from the GTS is also marked on the every railway station of the India. And see here the benchmark in the surveying, that is the TBM in the surveying, temporary benchmark. So, for the level purpose we can mark either with the standard or mean sea level, or temporary benchmark also be marked for a smaller work. For the bigger work, the accurate GTS benchmark could be shifted from where it is available to the site of work. In every district, there are 4-5 permanent benchmarks located with the respect to mean sea level are available. We can shift the level from that location to the site of work for the accurate marking, level of marking. The next is baseline. A temporary benchmark is fixed point with the known elevation. Elevation is with the respect to mean sea level, and it is the fixed point which starts all level related works. After that, a peg or a steel angles is placed in that remarked place, so that it could be easily visible. Temporary benchmark indicated all the drawing with the level and the vertical direction dimension expressed in meter to the 3 decimal place. So, this is the marking of the dimension. The step 2, that is a baseline. You can see here, this is the primary site control point. E is the primary site control point, and here is the A, it is a baseline, a starting of the baseline. The next is B, it is also a secondary site control point. This is the secondary control point which measured from E to F. So, secondary site control point on the baseline established by bearing and a distance from E and F, E and F. So, this could be marked by this one. So, we will get a baseline A and B. Now, our building area is located in RUST is the location. So, from the baseline we can easily calculate the position of R, position of U, position of A, position of T, and we can connect each, and then we will find, we will get the location, exact location of the building. So, this is the T is the design corner point. So, this is the baseline which is A and B. So, we can easily mark the baseline, it should be on the horizontal plane. The horizontal control, all the layout task is done is creating a baseline. Baseline is must. The baseline is a straight reference line, is a respect to which building corners are located, as I have discussed. Sometimes it coincides with the building line, but does not create any problem. It may coincide with the building lines also. We can see here, this is the proposed structure site, this is the A and B, this is the baseline, here is the third light. So, by the third light we can mark the position of D. And it is marked horizontally on the line. So, we can, baseline is must, with the reference to baseline we can mark the each corner of the site, and after connecting all the corners we will get the position of the location where the work has to be carried out. Now, the vertical control, fourth step is vertical control. Horizontal control is point which are also known as a coordinates with respect to a specific issues. Control points should be used so that each point of the plan can be located on the ground. Fourth step, vertical controls. The vertical controls points are specified to a vertical datum. Often a timber post is in a concrete. These levels are generally established during the leveling phase by using theodolite. Means you have to fix a concrete pegs or wooden pegs over which we mark the vertical levels, and with respect to that the vertical controls are established. The method of layout of the buildings. So, this is the corner profiles, offset marks on the profiles, etc. So, we can mark the whole things on the ground by different survey instrument. In modern time we have many methods, but means digital theodolite, the direct distance measurement instrument, it is also a digital. Then we can use total station, which is widely used today, by which we can calculate the horizontal angle, vertical angle, a distance, and we can plot the things on the graph also by this total station. Method of layout of the building. At first you need to mark the building layout and tied a line to the corner post, a nail in the top of the post. A theodolite, you may use a total station also. A theodolite is placed to find out the corner at 90-degree angle. After that, a ranging rod is required to find the straight line between the 2 points. Because it is a difficult task to calculate the 90-degree angles, because all the structures will be placed at the corner is 90-degree. So, we have to calculate the line making 90-degree from the baseline or the wall line of the building. So, it could be done by the theodolite, but nowadays total stations are used for that one. The corner posts are usually timber posts, which are usually 50 mm into 50 mm set in the ground and marked with a nail at the center to the center of the center. So, you have to fix the corner post. The outline are marked by dry lime powder, as I have shown you earlier. The profile boards are set at a height of 0.6 to 1 meter. When the outline of a building is more complex than a simple rectangle, then it is necessary to fix up some points. Means we have to use a different instrument by which we can fix the even a more complex location. Sometimes for the irregular building shape, at the first lay out a large rectangle which will cover the entire building. Once it will be done deduction, and after alternative can be made to obtain the layout. Now, method of layout of building. Some steps are followed for creating the layout of a building. Those steps are: first is trenchage, second reduce level excavation, and framed building. Now, step 1 trenchage. The layout trenches are done for excavation work. The excavation work is done for the excavating the walls, trenches, etc. For this purpose, trench plan is prepared and it is in hand of engineers while marking the trench. Here trenches are made for the walls, columns, etc. Next, we need to find out a trench position. Width, depth, profile board should be kept at 2 meter clear from the trench position. Means the area under consideration are our board should be kept 2 meter clear from the trench position. So, the next is pegs are set at the bottom of the trench to mark the top of the concrete strip. These all methods are used to just fix the position of each and every point of the construction area, and for this purpose various survey equipments are available, but the position of survey instruments placed are at such a position that could be easily marked without making hindrance on the site of the work. Method of layout of the building. By using a split level, the corner of the wall are transferred from the intersecting line to the mortar spots in the foundation. When we are cutting trenches, we need to execute the whole work with the great care, especially there is a possibility of side caving. So, this is a very necessary to make the trench vertical, and the point should be marked at the bottom of the trench also, and that should be at the same level, that should be marked with the different survey instrument. The second step, reduced level excavation. The reduced level is set out working from the baseline. Corner posts are fixed on line of the excavation area, but marked with sand. After controlling the depth of excavation, site rails are set. After that, the travelers is controlling excavated level between profile boards. Finally, the height of travelers has desired to site rail level minus formation level of the excavated area. Now, step third is a frame building. The frame building is one of the building which are related to the grid. The intersection point of the grid line are marked as the center point. The grid layout is established by theodolite and intersection is marked with the pegs. Once the grid has set, it is ready for excavation work. And you see, this is the building plan, this is a building line that has been marked, and this is the location where the building has to be started. This is the road from which the building location is marked. The control lines of the construction. Control lines are used for calculating the horizontal alignment, vertical alignment and the super elevation. Control lines are used for a different purpose in construction. The type of control lines are vertical alignment control line, horizontal alignment control line, tangent profile control line, true control line, pegged the control line. Sometimes many control lines are used for same purpose. sometimes the control lines have required some guidelines. So, the construction layout are given here. You see, this is the construction area, abutment mark, construction materials, this is the finished member storage area, fabrication area, means this is the existing roads, equipment and motor park. So, this is the area where we have to plan for the construction, where the material will be placed, where the motor vehicle will be placed, where the equipment will be placed, where the fabrication will be done. So, this is the layout where should be marked. Now, layout, the construction layout of the ability of above and below the ground location of a structure to be built. The construction layout provides an accurate, reliable working for planning horizontal dimensions, elevation measurement and a similar area. The construction layout sometimes detect problem before it happens. Construction layout also include future excavation application of construction layout. Building layout, curb and gutters, sewer, water and storm and utility, caissons, column lines layout, final grading, road work, etc. are marked. So, this is the end of the today lecture. Thank you very much. Thank you.